Southern Splatter Podcast, the Backwoods Horror Experience. I'm Josh Lovett.
I'm Caleb Walker.
And today we have a matchup for you. We have Charles Lee Ray from Child's Play, Mr. Chucky, versus Mr. St. Patty's Day, the Leprechaun.
Are you going to end this episode with a rap? Just like the Leprechaun 5?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So, of course, we get on here and we talk about the kill counts, the character dynamics, the impact on horror, and etc. But, Caleb, you put a question on here for our audience members out there. If you worked at an amusement park, would you let them ride the roller coaster, even if they weren't tall enough?
I mean, I feel like Leprechaun would be like, I get it, man. You know, boss is right there. But Chucky would come back and he would stab you.
I think Leprechaun would find a way to manipulate himself to where he seems taller.
He does grow to giant size in space.
That is true. And he did have somebody stick their face in fan blades.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking there were breasts. Beautiful breasts.
Or no, it was a lawnmower, wasn't it?
Was it a lawnmower? Because it looked like two fan blades spinning together.
I could have sworn it was a lawnmower setup.
Two titties.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, It's crazy. Like, he has a lot of manipulative tactics. Like, Chucky is like, I'm going to stab you, Leprechaun is like, you're going to stab yourself. He's almost like Freddy Krueger in a sense, but he doesn't catch you in a dream world or a sleep state, if that makes sense.
It doesn't stick with it, but it kind of has the theme of you kind of get what you wish for, you know what I mean?
3 wishes?
Kind of. Like, you get the goal and you get something cool, but then he shows up and he, kills you.
He's like the wish master. The wishes are kind of crooked.
Yeah, there's always, a catch.
I just remember in Wishmaster, do you wish to fit through these bars? Motherfucker gets like through the bars, but he becomes like some spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's like weird, like nasty shit. So let's jump into it, man. Like the kill counts. So Chucky, from 1988, the year I was born, he had 6 kills. And in 1998, kills, 1991, 8 kills, 1998, 14 kills, 2014, 14 kills, 2013, 9 kills, 2017, 10 kills, 2019, 13 kills. There is a pattern between 1990 and 1991 from 1998 to 2004. I wonder why.
The biggest difference is 2 and 3, because that fully changes Andy's age. Like, we skip a few decades.
Okay.
But then 98 and 2004, that's, Bride and Seed. So those are kind of connected, you know what I mean?
So is that Chucky or both Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah, 98 is Jennifer Tilly.
Okay.
And then 2004 is kind of a mix of all of them.
The son of Chucky?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I'm going to plug this in there. Like, you have to admire, compared to the Leprechaun. I love that he went to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my niggas in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But no, like, the character development of Charles Lee Ray, if you think about it, from a narcissistic, non-empathetic character to a family man that's like, kind of, if you fuck with my son, like, you get what I'm saying? It's kind of twisted. And I love it because the storyline stayed the same. He's always trying to get a body. He's trying to become human again, right? And then he gets the son because the son becomes human.
Oh, they have the twins, so it's like they get both bodies.
There you go. And I'm like, wow, like that character development. In the end, Chucky was fucked over multiple times. DTA, don't trust anybody. Learned that from Stone Cold Steve Austin. But like, let's talk about the Leprechaun now. This motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
93, 4 kills. 1994, 6 kills. 1995, 7. 96, 6 kills. 2000, 5 kills. 2003, 12 kills. 2014, 6 kills. And 2018, 5 kills, which totals to 51 compared to Chucky that has 82. So with the 12 kills, was that when was he in the hood?
That's the second one. Not the rap group, the dude and the guy on the motorcycle and the two girls.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But he still was messing with the brothers.
Mm.
Damn, we always seem to die a lot. Why do we have the highest kills in one movie?
I mean, you had to up the ante, you know? It was the sixth one.
Damn, did all the brothers have to die like that, bro? I had to say it.
Well, you know, he cuts the cop's leg off, then uses it to like drive.
Okay, that was pretty, yeah. You know, compared to a stab, it's like, I'm going to cut off your leg so you can push the accelerator. And
yeah.
Very creative. See, that's what I'm telling you. The Leprechaun is very creative. So here's the thing. Based on the kill counts, right? I'm going to ask this question for the audience. With Chucky's total kill count of 82 versus the Leprechaun's 51, which killer do you think is more ruthless and why? Do you think that Chucky's higher body count makes him more dangerous or a villain? Or is there something about the Leprechaun's unpredictable nature that gives him the edge?
I feel like you could talk your way out of the Leprechaun, but like Chucky, he just likes it too much. So you're not going to get away.
I mean, you could promise him a body and fool him. Like, that's where the Leprechaun would manipulate Chucky, I feel. If Chucky didn't have if he wasn't, if he was somewhat coherent to where he could figure out what was real and what was fake, you know, and say, okay, like, I'm going to give you a body. And then he said, and the Leprechaun's like, here's the body. But the body isn't there, in a sense.
He does do that. He makes those little like fantasies come up to true for people, you know? Where it's like they think someone's there, but he's just like manipulating them.
And I think he would have the advantage over Chucky at that point. Because Charles Lee Ray would probably kill himself. He'd be like, yes, I get the body. It's like, no, you just killed yourself.
Or he uses it as a way to double cross the Leprechaun and he takes the Leprechaun's body.
I think after the second try, he would do that.
Fool me once, shame on me. Yeah.
Fool me twice. What do you say? Thrice he gets a bride? He says, I think it was the second.
Yeah, he takes the girl, yeah.
Thrice. But like, I feel that the Leprechaun the first time would have the edge because he would manipulate and Chucky would know what he's dealing with the second time.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know that he can do that, then you're not looking out for it.
Shout out to Voodoo Ranger, man. This beer right here. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's got a nice little kick to it. A Shamrock IPA kick.
We'll get some green beer next time.
Speaking of that, it reminds me of the when dude's uncle got the Leprechaun drunk. He's like, see, you can't float shit. He says, you're all messed up. And he says, you think you can mess with me? The Leprechaun, I drink all the time. And I don't know, it's just funny what happened at the cappuccino shop. He's sitting there drunk. He's like, oh, and then he lets the steam blow on that dude's face. And he's funny, man. Like, it's crazy.
What other horror icon gets fucked up, you know?
Like that. It's like, I served him. See, here's a funny thing. Here's a fucked up thing. Jason wouldn't have a cup of coffee, but he would stick your head in the steamer, or he would take your eye socket, push it in the steamer nozzle, and then you see the steam blow at the back of your head.
Or was it Slasher?
Oh, God. The shit you got me on, man. That's pretty brutal. The one now, which Slasher? The one, which one?
The coffee shop one.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I remember that. That was pretty brutal. Didn't he like stick the coffee nozzle in dude's throat and let it burn? Like,
yeah, somehow he was like filtering the coffee through the guy or something like that. I don't know, man. It was fucked up though.
Do you want your coffee bloody? Not black.
Take my coffee red, please.
Crimson red. So let's go on to the killer analysis. So Chucky.
Yes, sir.
We know his motivation is to be reborn and just overall escape the law. See, there's a little bit of a, hood in him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's running from the cops at the beginning of the first one.
He must have been black in another time. I hate to say that, but when it comes to the law, we have history. Right.
Would you use voodoo to jump into a doll to escape the cops?
Jump into a white man?
I mean, I was going to say a doll, but we could try a white man, yeah.
To get away with the cop, commit the crime, as a white guy, and then come back as a black guy? Like some down-to-earth shit? Of course, of course.
A little Freaky Friday shit.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's swap. Not just kidding. So, like, the key traits, Chucky uses magic to cheat death. He wants a human body. Andy. Okay, I had to throw it. Andy.
Got that voice, man.
Yeah, it's like, Andy. It fucks with me. Like, I don't know. Like, so when I have a friend named Andrew or Andy, I'm like, Andy.
Start creeping up behind him and shit.
So the spells tend to rhyme. A child's imagination not believing the doll is alive. He uses a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
And he blurs the lines of realism with the good guy doll.
Yeah, dude, that whole, like... I feel like it doesn't do it anymore, but like when we were growing up, it was always like, how lifelike could the toy be? You know what I mean? The whole thing is like, he talks, he moves. And that's why the whole thing is, no one believes that he's alive until, you're stabbed.
That's the eerie contrast of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's his whole, like, attack is people just don't believe he's real until, they're dead.
Oh, man. The crazy thing about it? Like, we both, as we were creating this outline, you have inserted that 11 people, I guess because he was an animatronic, 11 people basically were the puppet masters behind his movements. That's crazy, though.
Yeah, you can see as it works through the series of like, the originals, of course, are all animatronic. And then by the 2013, it's all digital,
But they were saying that as it progressed further, the animatronic, that whole choppy doll-like movement, it improved or increased. You'll see it even in the first one as he became more human, as the time was running out, like everything started seeming more human. And my question is was the doll actually possessed? Because with technology at that time, look, think about it. You have 11 people trying to control this thing. And as it progressed through the film, like, those movements were like, that's creepy to me. It was like really unsettling for me. I'm like,
a little more in sync.
Yeah. And I'm like, did everybody like get in sync and just say, all right, guys, we're going to practice this. And we got better throughout the movie as, the scenes played on. Or was it like some poltergeist shit where
taking on a life of its own?
Yes.
Little Tulpa shit.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy because when I think about it, it's like not only is that unsettling for me as a viewer, but I wonder if it's unsettling for those controlling him. And they just didn't want to admit that there was some voodoo behind it.
Charles Lee Ray's coming alive.
Dude, I cut that shit on mute sometimes. I don't know why I do this. I do this with Evil Dead. When he's doing the whole seance, bringing the book alive, I always hit mute somewhere because I feel that in my head, we don't know if it's channeling.
It's speaking out loud coming through your TV.
Bro, even saying Candyman like 5 times, like when they said it 5 times, like I muted on the 4th. I don't know. I don't know why I do that.
Just in case, bro.
Yes, man. I don't want him coming through the TV. It's like, well, I didn't say it. Like they said it, like, and he's like, well, it's kind of like The Ring. You watched it. Like, even in The Ring, like I turn my head at a certain point.
Well, was it in the American one, they don't show you the entire clip. I think it's only the Japanese one where you literally watch it from start to finish. Because I think the American one, it cuts to her like watching it for a second.
Dang.
So you're good as long as you haven't seen the original, bro.
I'm going to die in 7 days, bro. I'm going to die like real quick. Either Candyman or Samara is going to get my ass. And in Chucky, like I got a ton of like squishmallows in my house.
They all going to start coming alive.
Hell no. My Mucosa brothers know.
So you're at your Funko collection.
Hell no. The motherfucker's moving. Reminds me of Tales from the Hood with the little puppets. Like, fuck that shit. But like, now let's talk about Leprechaun. Now, his motivation is to get his gold back, right? They're always taking 1 cent from him.
Yeah, everyone's like, I'll just take this one and he won't notice. And then you're like, well, where's this gold? Oh, it's in your fucking pocket, man.
It's like the third guy. Remember the shop owner? It rolled, coincidentally, the coin rolled from the screen door. And he's like, I'm missing my 1 coin. Like, and I'm thinking, really? But the guy put up a good fight for somebody that got his toe bit off.
Yeah, dude.
That dude took that shit like one of them gordito burritos or
like a motherfucking snack wrap, bro.
Damn, that's just it. And then he was like walking around like toeless. And I believe like he got scratched up and I don't know. It was like crazy. Shout out to the shop owner. So the key traits, he finds his gold, or someone does. The iron hurts him. Is it the wrought iron or iron rot? What is that? Like it's like cast iron, wrought iron.
Yeah, like whatever the mineral or whatever is.
They locked him in that safe and it was surrounded by that. And I remember the boy trying to save his girlfriend. He stabbed him with the wrought iron, I believe, rod.
Yeah, that's in Supernatural too. It fucks with certain ones too. I think it might even be in some folklore.
I know, like, what threw me off was the necklace aspect.
Yeah, they always just turn him to stone for like the first like 4 or 5 movies.
I wonder who incorporated that though. I'm cool. I kind of like that, but then I'm cool with the iron. Like,
so the necklace is like his kryptonite. You know what I mean? Like that's only purpose is to make sure that the humans can win. Because if not, he's just gonna kill everybody.
So why not put him in the wrought iron safe, bury him alive under concrete, and now he can't do nothing?
How do you trick him into the safe?
They did it. His uncle did. With the dog trap or the little dog door. He put it in there, lock his ass.
Yeah, set his gold out.
There you go. I mean,
he always gets out though.
Yeah. He was very cunning.
Yeah, like person. He never dies. Like they never kill him.
The first kid that was like, what is it with the clover? He says, what is that? Something motherfucker? He says something. It's like it was very shocking because kids cursing in film back in the day like that, like motherfucker. He says something. I swear. I forgot what he says. But of course, let's get back to it. He speaks in a rhyme. Like him and Chucky share that in common.
Yeah, he does it a little more. They really lean into that as like part of his character.
I always wondered, do Irish people rhyme like that?
I don't think so. Pretty sure none of this is accurate.
Conor McGregor, do you rhyme like that? I'm just calling him out on that one. He's a cool guy. But so here's the question that we need to ask our audience. And then I'm going to ask you. So both Chucky and the Leprechaun rely on magic and rhyme to kill their time, but their motivations couldn't be more different. Chucky seeks to escape death and gain a human body, while the Leprechaun is driven by greed and mischief in fooling somebody. Right?
Yeah.
Which killer's motivation do you find more compelling, and which do you think is more dangerous? The relentless desire for life, okay? Or the chaotic pursuit of treasure and a wife?
I mean, I feel like the Leprechaun you have a better chance with. Because Chucky like actually enjoys killing you. While the Leprechaun does, I don't think he does it just because of that. It's always like, you took my gold, so I gotta teach you a lesson.
Which is very relatable. You take my shit, I'm fucking you up. You know, it's funny when you think about Chucky. Like, he didn't teach his kid how to fish. He taught his kid how to set traps and kill.
Yeah, he's like super happy when he kills the dude in the lab or whatever. Melts his face and he's got the picture of all three of them.
But he didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing. It's like, son, your mistake. Yes.
Failing upwards.
It's like, dude, like, what if your dad was like that, man?
Taught you how to kill.
Yes. Like, what if your dad was like Dexter? Like, would you oppose his actions, or would you try to work with him to impress him because that's your dad?
I mean, I feel like it would most likely be a negative power dynamic, and I would probably just be like a weird little abused killer kid. You know what I mean?
Jeffrey Dahmer?
It's hard to say. It's usually not that direction where the kid is traumatized by the parent's actions. You know what I mean? Not a lot of parent killers. Well, I guess didn't fucking Bundy have kids?
I think he might have one. Put it in the comments if you actually know the answer to that.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how many serial killers actually did have children.
That is a good one. That is a good question, because Gacy didn't have any.
That's the whole plot of the new Screams, is the kid being out like the parent. But has that ever actually happened?
I'm wondering if that, I don't know. That's a good question. Is it hereditary? Like, if you eat humans and you're Hannibal Lecter, let's throw that. If you produce a child, will he have the same thirst for blood? If he eats it or consumes it one time, is it going to manifest itself into another little Hannibal?
I mean, I think that would depend on why he chose cannibalism. You know what I mean? Like, is it a mental disorder? Is it some sort of vitamin deficiency? What's their motivation? And is that motivation then transferred through genetics? I mean, if it's just psychological, then maybe not. But if it's a physical thing that's passed down, then yeah.
So let me ask you something. I think we talked about cannibalism, right? In a previous episode. So we say we don't commit that today, right? It's against the law. It's just against morality and everything, right?
Well, in most countries.
Most countries. Now, when you say cannibalism, is it eating the whole person as a whole or just a part? Like, if I eat your arm, bro, is that cannibalism?
Yes.
Okay. So when a woman eats her placenta, they say it has good vitamins. You've heard of that, right? What they eat. Is that?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Is that an act of cannibalism?
Yeah. To a fashion.
Damn, women, y'all are some cannibals.
little self-cannibalism.
Self-cannibalism. I've seen it in this movie where it was on Netflix, where a woman was in a freight. She was pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
Out in the ocean. And I think she ate some of that to stay alive. She was in the middle of the ocean. And I'm like, was that self-cannibalism?
Technically.
Damn, so we do commit cannibalism. We do, in America, some people encourage the woman to eat the placenta for iron deficiencies. And so we are cannibals.
I mean, it's all about how it's sold to you.
As long as the human flesh enters the mouth and it is consumed and digested, you are a cannibal, sir.
You ate something that was once human, yeah.
So what if an animal, I'm throwing this out there. This is funny. So what if an animal ate a human being? Because remember, the mafia used to do that with pigs. And you ate that pig, would you be considered a cannibal?
I mean, by proxy, yeah.
Damn.
It's like, you ever seen the movie Strange Wilderness?
Yes.
where their friend gets eaten by the piranhas and they're sitting there eating the fish.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, if these are the fish that ate him, then, you know what I mean?
Some Yellow Jackets shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was a good series, by the way. So, man, let's move on, man. I know we got caught on cannibalism, but it's very important because I had to ask that question.
Got all your cannibalistic questions answered here.
Yes. Don't be afraid to put that in the comments because we want to know, how does it taste? But so back to Child's Play, man, the box office and impact. Let's talk about like on November 9th, 1988, the year I was born, but not the month. United Artists was a distributor. 1,377 theaters were opened. And gross weekend was $6,583,963.
Yeah, dude, that's a respectable opening.
So-
Especially for an unknown, first of the franchise.
But it was very impactful because as I was reading in the notes, this was once again one of the first horror franchise to maintain its original script. He's always searching for a body. It never stops.
Oh, like maintaining the story throughout.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's some
they are all
continuity.
connected.
See, it didn't switch and do some crazy, like Charles Lee Ray in space.
Yeah.
And who?
Why are there so many space ones? Why?
Jason X, Leprechaun,
Hellraiser.
Oh,
Yeah, like who was like, we fucking love aliens so much. We're going to make our version of it.
And put them in space.
Yeah.
Are they trying to say that we're trying to transcend them into the future?
Honestly, I think they just didn't really have any good ideas for a while. And they were like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll give it a shot.
Who started that trend, though? I'm glad they didn't do that to Freddy Krueger. He could have been in space, but I'm so glad they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Jason didn't do well. And then that's what kind of stopped that one.
Scream in space? You're a big Ghostface fan, too. Like,
like Scream in space would actually be kind of cool. And what's that game with a weird little red guy that was super popular for a minute, where you gotta like root out the intruder or whatever in the spaceship?
Is it Dead Space?
No.
Or Fear?
It's more kiddie.
Oh.
It's where everyone says sus from. You remember all those memes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that game. Like imagine that, but it's Scream, so it's like a murder mystery.
Leave it in the comments if you know what game that is specifically, because
it's like Amongst Us, or I don't know, some internet bullshit.
Hey, it was kind of like Slender Man, kind of. Everybody was on his balls for a minute.
Yeah, the internet gets really fixated on one thing for like a few days to a week.
Ooh,
and it moves on.
That should be how life is, especially today.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about the Leprechaun. January 8, 1993. Trimark Pictures. 620. That's how many theaters that it opened up in. Opening weekend gross, $2,493,020.
Yeah, I mean, if you just take the budget to opening, then Leprechaun wins. Chucky just went on to make a good deal more.
$900,000 budget with a total gross of $8.5 million.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hit.
Do you feel that Jennifer Aniston helped launch that? Because she's an A-list actor or actress.
I feel like if the DVD sales got boosted like 20 years later, then yes. But initially, no, because I mean, she was a nobody at that point,
She still looked the same. Like even today, it's that face.
Oh, yeah, she's one of the vampires.
That never changes as they get older.
There's a few of them where you're just like, you didn't get older. You know what I mean?
What kind of blood are you drinking?
Yeah, dude. Like, Keanu's starting to show, but like fucking Paul Rudd, George Clooney took a while to look old. Like all the people we grew up with, like in the 90s, like most of them looked that age till recently. A lot of them did, at least.
Do you know who kept their age but was of age still to this day?
What's that?
Morgan Freeman. He's always looked old like that.
Yeah. He's always looked, like 64.
Right.
But he's looked 64 since like the 80s.
Right. Now he's like really aging now.
Yeah.
Like everybody's trying to get the rights to his face.
Even I just watched the new Gladiator, man. Denzel's like 70 something, man.
How did you feel about it? I know that's a whole different topic, but I'm just curious.
It was okay.
Okay. It wasn't like the first one directed by Sam Ridley, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Was it Pasco? The one that's in Last of Us? Or Pedro? Is it him or no?
He's in it. He's not the main guy. The main guy is Denzel and some other dude I hadn't really recognized.
They said they omitted a kissing scene in there. It was like a homosexual scene up in there. That Denzel was caught. And they said, no, that we're not going to put that in there. I read that. Somebody put that in there.
I mean, it's fucking, what, a Greek? Yeah, dude. Those motherfuckers were fucking everybody.
Yeah, orgy festival. Damn. So, I mean, Child's Play, not just kidding. So, given that Child's Play grossed over $44 million, I'm going to ask you and the audience this question. On a budget of $9 to $13 million, while Leprechaun only earned $8.5 million on a smaller budget of $900,000, which film do you think had the bigger cultural impact? Do you think Leprechaun's lower box office was a sign of underappreciation? Or was Child Play simply more mainstream in its appeal?
I'd say more mainstream in its appeal, maybe. It definitely, it hit at the right time, you know what I mean? Like a movie about a toy nowadays would not be the same. Yeah, I think the closest we have is that Megan movie.
Annabelle.
Yeah, like we're going full AI pretty much at this point.
Hell, Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Did you? Megan Fox doll. That is crazy. She was really freaky, like in there, and it just looks crazy because that really fit her.
I'm just saying, like we've moved away from the type of story that Child's Play is. You know what I mean? We don't think in that way as much. Everything's technologically based.
Now, you heard about Robert the doll.
Which one?
Robert the doll. That is who Chucky is based off of. So it's based on a real story. So you know how Annabelle's got the real Annabelle, right?
Yeah.
Well, Robert the doll was given by a grandfather to his son that was served in Germany. The grandfather did. And the Siphon Company who created teddy bears, right? I was reading that Robert the doll still exists in Key West, Florida. You can go to the museum. There are videos, bro, of people trying to bring some type of seance to him to insert him into their dolls. Like literally, there's this blonde girl like putting the doll on top of the case and saying, please, I want you to take over this body, right? So he actually contributes to a family mishaps, accidents, and everything. But they say it was the soul of a servant in Germany, disgruntled one, and it will blink at you. Like you can go to the museum, like me and you can go to Key West right now museum and go check it out. And that was the scary, freaky thing about it is because people on the internet, it actually shows the shit moving. People say, is this real or fake? But a lot of people say like when they went to visit, they felt the cold room drop. They felt every essence of that being in that doll. Hell, the doll is dressed in the clothes of the little kid that received it. So is it the servant? Did it do some type of skeleton key shit where it swap and the son is stuck in there? But you have to ask it permission to take a picture. And that's crazy because the mother that has the doll in the attic that used to own the doll, she would tell the people or ask the doll, hey, such and such, Robert, can he take a picture with you? You know, and I don't know if you took a picture and didn't ask. I don't know. It never showed what happened. But that shit is fucking...
It's like that Polaroid movie, man.
Oh, the one that took years to come out later?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Get killed after the picture.
Right. I'm just curious with that. But I'm not curious to go see that because we all saw what happened to the the songwriter Post Malone with the Dybbuk box.
Mm.
That motherfucker had like the plane lost its wheel. He was going through like an accident. Remember that year? Like Post Malone was in all types of accidents. It's because he touched that Dybbuk box. In his live, you can see the like footage. His eyes are like, whoa, shit, man. And the lights turn off. And the guy who, I guess he was off of Grave Encounters, Scare Tactics, or some type of TV show.
One of those ghost shows.
Yeah, man. Post Malone's like literally is doing like some grave encounters shit where the eyes are like super bloomed and he's looking and dilated. He's like, oh shit. And he's touching the box. And then he just starts freaking out. And like that whole year, his whole life went down the drain. Like he was scared of his life. He said he would never do that again.
Fucking got a little something stuck on him.
A little bit of Dybbuk magic, and we say, shout out to Post Malone. Sorry, bro.
Wear some gloves.
I think that thing tapped him on his back and said, hey, look, you're coming with me. So let's go ahead and get into the fun facts. So we're starting to wrap this up, man. So like the origin and curse. So we talked about Robert the Doll, right?
Yeah.
Fort East Martello Museum in Key West. For all the people that want to see Robert the Doll, go ahead and visit him. When you do, give us a shout out. We'll have you on the show and you just explain your experience. That would be very interesting for Southern Splatter.
Live stream it. We'll put it on. We'll put it on the channel.
I don't know if we will live stream that thing. He might come through. Remember, you got to ask him to take a picture.
Well, no, they can live stream. We'll record it and then we'll replay it.
Okay. As long as it's not no Samara shit from Rings.
Well, if we're already making a copy initially, then I think we're good. We're putting a layer between us.
Are we really using the rules of the Ring to protect our lives?
I mean, people live through them, Not everybody dies, so.
Yeah, but everybody who watches our podcast, if it goes viral, they're all dead.
Please like and subscribe. If you want to donate before you leave too, that'd be great.
Damn, dude. So in the UK, the Child's Play series came under scrutiny during the 1990s when the murder of a young boy was controversially linked to the films, despite no evidence connected. I think it was Ed Gale. He was that guy that played Chucky. He did the movements of him.
Oh, yeah.
And he called a 14-year-old boy. It was like he was on like some type of cell phone or something. He was trying to mask his name. And he says, I didn't know that was illegal. But he literally was calling like 14-year-old boys.
Yeah.
And like, that is creepy, man. It wasn't Andy you were after an Andy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
About to be a whole different movie.
See, that's when actors and actresses take their roles too far. That's what happens. They start doing some weird shit. Next thing you know, they're playing with like Skittles and Cocoa Pebbles in their toes and sucking nail polish off of people's fingers and shit. They just be doing some weird shit.
Gotta get an on-set therapist.
Yeah.
And a weed dealer.
Now, would they smoke the weed and get the therapy or get the therapy first and then smoke the weed?
It's California. We're doing both.
Man, that might be the medicine for life, bro. Because when I smoke weed, I never think about visiting a therapist. I know when I did, it was my therapy. Shit, I'm not going to sit there and lie. Think about it. Me and you could be arguing about to kill each other, but we smoke a blunt. We're like, man, I want to kill you, but let's kill an evil within. I'd rather play that game.
Fuck. Oh, goddamn, what's that movie? Ali G.
Ali G.
Where he gets all the UN leaders stoned.
Yeah.
all the world issues.
And gets yeah, I remember that. Wasn't that kind of like when James Franco with Kim Jong, they would...
Yeah, a little bit.
That shit was funny. Actually, sorry, James Franco, but, you shouldn't be touching women like that,
Still got a few more years of his apology tour. But hey, we still got Dave. Dave's still cool, right?
Dave Franco, yeah. He directed that one about the Airbnbs and some shit.
Well,
that was good.
Yeah, dude.
It was good. Dave Franco, like, but it's funny because he's a comedian in a sense, and then it's always crazy that even John Krasinski, when comedians have a dark story to them, I always say that, right? Like Kevin Hart, if Kevin Hart did a horror film,
I don't know if I could take him seriously, man.
you really don't think?
Of all people, he would be very difficult.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Cat Williams?
Also difficult.
You think there would be like really some comedic factors to it to where it's like scary movie type of film?
It's going to be like when Jordan Peele does the Twilight Zone little intro speeches.
Yes.
Like, he does a great job, but I'm just sitting there expecting him to like make a funny face or, do something.
Key and Peele shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of expected at this point.
Right, man.
But at the same time, like Chris Rock did fine in, was it Spiral?
Okay.
Like he could be serious.
He did all right.
Yeah.
I think I just couldn't take him serious when he threw that guy against the wall. And when he's like, son of a bitch. And then, right? And then you get slapped by Will Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like totally deflected that. Like, I would have probably just stabbed Will Smith at that point. Like, I would save face. Damn, I came out with Spiral. I've been like, nah, bro, hold on. I gotta go over the top. You stabbed me. Like, I remember my brother, we were talking about it. I said, would you get slapped on stage by Will Smith? He's like, no, I'm gonna do a Mortal Kombat kick, like the little sweep kick, and I'm gonna grab him and fall off stage onto a table.
WWE that shit.
Yeah, man, we're going down. But like, this is gonna be an awesome. Y'all never forget.
Like, a slap shouldn't like take you down. Like, you should be able to get a swing in.
Yeah, that was that Batman slap in the comics. It's like, wow, it does. Yeah. It looked exactly like that.
Looked great on TV, guys. We had the angle ready and everything.
Yes, you heard that's what you heard. It's like, damn, that shit was kind of, damn, bro. Damn, Will. Everybody thought that was fake though.
Mm.
Like, until like, what's his name? The guy that plays with Adam Sandler. The funny guy.
Which one?
The one that does, You Can Do It.
Oh, Rob Schneider?
Yeah, he said Will Smith was an asshole. Like, he said it. He's like, him and Will Smith, it was just like,
I could see it. I could see them not getting along for sure.
Yeah. You can do it. Oh, that's what he's like, you ain't gonna slap me, man.
Well, I mean, he did, so,
Yeah, he did it. So,
anyway.
Back to Child's Play, man. Like, so, of course, the franchise holds the record for the most films in horror franchise with a consistent storyline we mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Don Mancini has been involved, which is rare. So he didn't sell out his franchise. He kept it going. Like, Final Destination isn't done by the same director.
No, not all of them.
Not all of them. See, Jason, not all of them.
Yeah, I don't think any of them, that all of them are... Like, I don't think he directed all of them, but he worked on all of them.
Michael Myers was close. Even season of The Witch. It was done by Akkad? Something Akkad?
Oh, presented by that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's consistently presenting.
And he was just a money guy, though, so I'm not sure how directly involved he is.
I thought he was a director.
He might at this point, but initially I believe he was part of the financing.
Well, after the season of The Witch, he did good, I feel.
I mean, when you think about it, 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 are both connected.
Okay.
And that's why they're kind of stronger entries. You know what I mean? So imagine if all 5 were connected.
They said that with the Leprechaun, right? Because we talked about Child's Play, and of course, it was inspired by the 1980s Cabbage Patch Kids, right?
Yeah.
But I feel Robert the Doll really, that concept of the doll moving and shit. The Cabbage Patch was that we called it butterface look. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, it was like, she got a little butterface to her. It's like,
I mean, I feel like growing up, that was just kind of in the zeitgeist of like toys coming alive and trying to kill you. You know what I mean? Like Child's Play is definitely one of the major contributors to that. But that and was a Poltergeist as a little
with that clown.
Yeah.
He had reaching under the bed and shit, and grabbing his legs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And what Puppet Master I think was a little later.
I need to follow up watching those because I never really got into those.
Yeah, I feel like one of them was on Shudder that I watched, but I can't remember much of it.
It was one of those background pieces for me, for sure. Like editing and shit. You're like, okay. So with the Leprechaun, they said that they handed out gold coins during, I guess, the viewing of it. Like me and you would sit there and they'd hand us a gold coin, hoping that motherfucker would come after me. It's like, oh, you did take the gold coin. Like they did that damn Scream shit. Like in Scream 2, when they were handing everybody the mask, you get a free mask for watching Stab.
Yeah.
Right? And it kind of reminded me of that, but all y'all have the gold coins, so he's coming after all of y'all.
You gotta get one other person to see the movie, otherwise he'll kill you.
Damn.
It's good marketing.
It is good marketing.
Ooh, that's what it'll be. You can pass on, if you watch our movie, you can pass it on, but you have to take someone else. And they have to take someone else. We're gonna pyramid scheme this shit, dude.
Another It Follows.
Yeah.
Without the sexual encounter.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Just a string of really shitty first dates.
So would it be shady if instead of giving out coins, right, to give out Lucky Charms?
Like the cereal or
Yes.
like Little Charms?
No, Lucky Charms.
I mean, if they want to sponsor it, then hell yeah.
Because the Leprechaun, right? Think about it. Who goes into a theater eating cereal?
Then again, like, I don't think you can get a kid's cereal to sponsor a horror movie franchise.
A good guy, though. Cabbage Patch Kid. Chucky.
You got some stabbings that they may not want to be associated with.
I can see that. I mean, killers get hungry too. Who doesn't like Lucky Charms? I mean, shout out to the person that created General Mills. Like, like something about those little marshmallows. I don't even eat marshmallows, but they surely make me feel lucky when I'm eating them. So
breakfast candy.
I know, right? That's what we'll do. When we make our movie, let's get sponsored by cereal.
We gotta do healthy though. We do Kashi or some shit.
Kashi? I was thinking Killer O's.
All right. Yeah.
Killer O's.
I see the connection.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, oh. Yeah, but the O's lined up. Like they get smaller though.
Yeah.
Think about it. You got a regular size O, Cheerio, and they get, or we'll make them kind of big, like rings, but then they get smaller in size.
Yeah.
So when you line them up,
like a little death blow.
Man. Yeah, there you go. Killer O's. In a store near you, at Kroger's, in Walmart.
Good for heart health.
That shit, like Cheerios, man. I do like Cheerios, by the way, man. Like regular with a little sugar to it. That just craves me, but it surely tears me up in the bathroom, though.
Got that fiber.
That dusty fiber. But yeah, like once again, like we're gonna wrap this up. So we talked about the kill counts, and we talked about like the differences in the dynamics between the two and the way they think, because it's all psychological with them.
Yeah, I mean, brute force Leprechaun's gonna win all day, but if it's a mind game, then they're more evenly balanced.
Now, you mean Chucky with brute force?
No.
So you're saying Leprechaun would manipulate you, I think.
Leprechaun's like strength and he's got the telekinetic shit. Because like Chucky is still just a doll. You know what I mean? Like he's not as strong as a normal person.
Now, when he gets to that stage where he almost becomes human, it seems like he gives him a little fight. Like it's like he's becoming human then. Because dwarves are pretty strong.
I mean, it's still the surprise thing always gets him first. Like he still stabs you in the leg before you realize he's alive. And then while you're like, oh shit, there's a fucking doll stabbing me, you're dead.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, man. Like
Leprechaun though, doesn't he pick somebody up with one arm at some point?
Yeah, he does. I think that's a writer's choice, though. Like I'm gonna throw that out. Like because Chucky knives catching you off guard, being tactful, laughing in your face. Maniacal. I feel that without the magic involved, Chucky. If they had tussle like that, I think
UFC rules, man.
UFC rules,
Yeah.
no knives, no weapons, all fists.
Straight to the octagon.
Yeah, lucha libre wrestling. Like, I just feel that Chucky, the leprechaun goes after gold. Chucky's going after life. And when you fight for your life, that is the best time to really bring out the killer in somebody, I feel.
And more desperate.
Exactly. That's why I say I would side with Chucky, because he's like, okay, the leprechaun is supernatural, but he has a life too. Charles is a doll. And he's like, dude, I'll become the leprechaun for a little bit, but then after a while, I'm gonna grab somebody taller. But the fight to live and become human. Even Michael Myers, after the sixth one, fought for that because he wanted to fight for immortality. He wanted to be able to walk on Halloween night all throughout the years, or just walk all throughout the season. Remember, it's immortality. He just didn't come out on Halloween day. So I feel that, like, because with Charles Lee Ray, he's looking for that freedom. He's like a prisoner in jail that's like, when I get out, I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
I ain't never going back in.
Exactly. And then like the leprechaun was just more narcissistic, I believe. Yeah, you touch his gold, but what if Charles Lee Ray, he said, no money, no gold, fight off of pure desire.
Just full on rage.
Yes. Who would win that one?
I mean, you have to take the magic out to make it a fair fight, because if not, Leprechaun's just going to win every time.
Now, what if Charles Lee Ray did the voodoo? Because if he was able to input himself in a body, so he does know some type of form of spell casting.
Yeah, I mean, he voodoo dolls that guy in the first one to get whatever he was looking for. So, I mean, like I say, like if it's a battle of the mind, it's a different game. Because he'd still have to lure him in and like trick him,
Okay. So we kind of have a 50-50 on this, kind of a, Leprechaun, me, Chucky. But, this is all about the fans out here too. We love horror. I still, this is my boy, we still love horror. And this is a good thing about it, because we want y'all to decide who wins.
Who would you back up?
So here's the question once again. Which horror icon do you think is more powerful and impactful? Chucky with his larger body count and dark motivation to escape death and be free, or the leprechaun whose chaotic pursuit of gold and mischievous nature makes him unpredictable? And considering their box office performance, cultural influence, right? Which film do you think had the biggest impact on horror at that point?
Honestly, I'd say impact is pretty close, man. They're both kind of cult status, Like, they kind of evolved with the times. And I mean, Chucky's doing the show, although I think that's over now.
But he evolved.
Yeah.
See?
And I mean, even, like I said, the newest Leprechaun is from 2018. But I think it was like a made-for-TV movie.
I'm going to throw this out there. This is going to blow your mind, right? I just now thought of it. They had to have some type of connection, right? Because both, I'm going to throw this out there, both female protagonists, their first names were Jennifer. Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Tilly.
I mean, Jennifer Tilly's not in it till like the fifth one.
But she was considered like an icon. Jennifer Aniston at that point, I feel with the Leprechaun, that helped start her career in a sense, acting.
Yeah, but I feel like less people know that Jennifer Aniston is in Leprechaun than know Jennifer Tilly is in the Chucky movies.
Who do you find more attractive, Jennifer Aniston or Jennifer Tilly? I'm throwing that out there. Leave it in the comments.
Which flavor do you want?
I mean, like, could you see Jennifer Tilly playing Elvira or Jennifer Aniston?
Tilly, yes. Aniston, no.
Okay.
Jennifer Aniston has that like, she's got a weird energy. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, you ever seen those murder mystery movies?
Mm.
Like, I feel like that's her. Like, she's kind of high strung, a little frantic.
Nancy Drew?
Yeah.
Okay. Like a Nancy Drew vibe?
Just kind of a little uptight, you know,
Hmm.
in an anxious way.
I think there's a dark side to her though, because look at Ben Affleck.
Mhm.
Her and J-Lo. If I'm not Jennifer Aniston, yeah, Jennifer Aniston and is it Ben? I think so.
I don't fucking
But
remember.
them two, like J-Lo, we all know's got that dark spot side. You know, she messed with the diddler. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Jennifer Aniston, who, or it might be Brad Pitt, or no, it's Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie. That's what it is with Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that, man. I'm getting them mixed up. Ben Affleck,
Whatever those 90s scandals were.
right? And then they're both like, to me, kind of crazy. Or no, it ain't Jennifer Aniston. It's Electra.
Oh, Garner.
Yeah, with Ben Affleck. Damn, all these fucking Jennifers, man.
It's too many, man.
It's too many. Shout out to the Jennifers out there.
All right, we should wrap this up. We're getting off topic.
Yes. But anyway, we had a good time on the show. You know what I'm saying? This is what we normally do. We talk about horror. We bring the culture. We just like to excite y'all. You know, we grab different topics, real life scenarios, facts, fiction. We try to break that down at Southern Splatter. You know what I'm saying? Which we are an independent film company as well. We like to distribute films, which we're working on that. We're wrapping up this season, but we got one more episode for y'all for this season.
Yep, almost there.
And we will be gaming too. Resident Evil, Silent Hill. So we want y'all to prepare for that. But once again, I'm Josh Lovett, man.
I'm Caleb Walker.
Thank y'all for listening. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow us and leave a comment. You know, share our stuff, and we would greatly appreciate that.
Till next time.
Yes, and we're out.